Just ahead on DC News Now, violent night. At least 7 people shot, including 5 near one university in the district. The latest from DC to Northern Virginia, including where police quickly apprehended a suspect. Confederate statue reinstalled. How money from taxpayers is being used to put back the statue that was toppled during DC's 2020 riots and protests. Plus, how the White House is involved. Missed paychecks. Local influencer is lending a helping hand to federal workers and their families as the government shutdown prolongs.
And the weekend started off on a nice note, a dry note. And as far as tomorrow's concerned, well, what can we expect? Some rain in the forecast? The answer is yes. I'll tell you when. Coming up.
And stretching your dollar from seasonal savings ahead of the holidays to making sure federal student loan financial aid shows up on time. We're following the money.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good Saturday evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 9 o'clock. I'm Ben Dennis. The start of the weekend has seen a surge of crime around the DMV. In DC, students and families at Howard University are home for homecoming, and they're reacting to last night's quadruple shooting. 5 people were sent to the hospital after shots rang out just before 8:30 near campus. 3 men, 1 woman, and a 13-year-old boy are expected to be okay. None of the victims are Howard students. All of this unfolding as so many students, alumni, and their loved ones are celebrating homecoming.
At any moment, you don't know if loose bullet gonna hit you while you playing back. I ain't trying to die out there on the court.
Scary stuff. Howard University says that no students, faculty, or staff were involved in the shooting. They say the situation started as a confrontation between 2 people. They have added police and enhanced security measures around the campus. Investigators say 3 weapons were recovered. 2 suspects are in custody. 2 men were also shot in Northeast DC last night. This one happened on Benning Road near the Heckinger Mall just before 10 p.m. Police found 2 men with gunshot wounds. They were taken to the hospital. Officers say that they are looking for a suspect and believe a 6-foot-tall man wearing a puffy coat, light-colored pants, and white shoes is connected. And finally, in Virginia, a man was seriously hurt after being shot in Ashburn early this morning. Police say it happened on Timber Ridge Terrace around 7:20. They found a man with life-threatening injuries. He was taken to the hospital. Deputies say they found a suspect on scene and put them into custody. Police say it's unclear if the 2 knew each other or what led up to the shooting. And coming up at 9:30, a man was found shot inside an apartment. A motorcyclist was killed and a firefighter arrested. We're taking a look at the latest developing stories that are happening across the DMV. 9:03 on the dot. Happy Saturday, everybody. Scott Sumner joining us by. Scott, I know that it's finally starting to feel like fall. Welcome news for a lot of folks.
But we can certainly use the rain. That is for sure here, Ben. Yes, it is going to feel like fall temperature-wise. We were cooler than normal today. Look at the high, only 60. Average should be 66. The morning low is 40. But it was a lot cooler. Outlying areas, really chilly last night. It'll be cool tonight. Not maybe quite as cold, but still chilly nonetheless. 49 for the average low. Record high of 80 set back in 1902, record low of 31 set back in 1937. Right now we have a current temperature in the Beltway region of 56 degrees with some overcast skies across the region, and we'll see those temperatures fall right back down into the lower to middle 40s here tonight before turning the corner and getting back up to where they are roughly as we stand right now. What about the weather headlines? What can we expect as we sort of round out the last week of October and move into November next weekend? Another chilly night in the DMV. Sunday and Monday are going to be dry to start off the work week. Rain arrives midweek, and October ends on a cool side. We'll talk all about that with the full 7-day forecast coming up in just a bit. Ben?
All right, Scott, thanks. One of your top stories, the Confederate statue is back on its pedestal tonight in D.C. after it was vandalized and removed 5 years ago. The bronze statue of Albert Pike is back upright along Indiana Avenue near 3rd Street. This was vandalized and torn down during the George Floyd riots and protests in the summer of 2020. Pike served as a Confederate general during the Civil War and later worked for the Scottish Rite of Freemasonry in D.C., where he died in 1891. The statue had stood since 1901. President Trump ordered it be restored earlier this year as a part of his order to make D.C. safe and beautiful, as it's called. That includes a push for federal agencies to protect public monuments. The back and forth of the government shutdown has dragged the funding fight to 25 days, and it is set to continue into week 4, nearly a month, as the stalemate continues. Friday left 2 million federal workers without their first full paycheck. Many workers stopped at food distribution sites, including Urban Outreach in Southeast D.C. They're stocking up on produce, pantry items, and toiletries. But here's how one Smithsonian worker still working during the shutdown, who did not want to be identified, described the last few weeks.
Been like hell. I'm stressed out. You know, Billy's trying to figure out how we gonna get food, how we gonna pay our bills.
Countless folks in the DMV no doubt feel that way. There are also concerns about the food benefit program SNAP. Funding is set to run out November the 1st. In Virginia, Governor Youngkin plans to use emergency funding to bridge the gap. Maryland Governor Wes Moore says that his state will consider using short-term funding to help pay for it. D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser is working on a contingency plan, too. With the government shutdown ongoing, many federal workers continue to wonder about when that next paycheck will come in. Others are curious if they'll ever get back pay. Resources can be tough to find. That is why one DMV influencer is using her platform in order to share a long list of places to help. Our Yamarie says, hey, has that story.
I think that every day that it goes on, more and more people get into a bigger hole.
What would have been payday for many federal workers is now just another day of waiting and worry.
It's a lot of people who are going through a tough time right now.
DMV influencer Lola Ajayi, known on social media as Life with Lola, is using her platform to share free resources for furloughed employees to rely on.
Just like how I want a lot of people to be able to see the restaurants I'm sharing or the activities I'm sharing, I felt this was the same thing where that a lot of people should be able to see it and be able to potentially benefit from it.
Her Google Doc includes free meal options like at IKEA or the Jose Andres Group, free groceries at the Capital Area Food Bank, nonprofits hosting giveaways, and even free in-home oil change services through Coons Motors.
This would be a good way to keep everything organized and to add as things were coming in.
Even we notice the need is growing. More than 300 families, including federal workers and even those who rely on SNAP benefits, receive free groceries today in Southeast. And that's one of many events over the past few weeks.
It's very interesting seeing systems that usually work no longer work. And with the government shutdown, it seems like there are now holes that are being created, and it's making a lot of things harder.
Ajayi says as the shutdown continues, she'll keep updating the list to help lighten the load for those impacted.
So it makes me happy that I'm able to give back in some shape or form. The uncertainty of it all is hard, so I'm hoping that the government shutdown is over soon.
All right, thanks to Yamarie. You can find the link to the list on our website at dcnewsnow.com. Just search government shutdown. We also have continuing coverage on air and online at dcnewsnow.com. The Trump administration continues to try and deport Kilmar Abrego Garcia. He's the Maryland man and father who was wrongly deported to El Salvador back in March. Well, new court filing shows that the Department of Homeland Security is looking to send him to Liberia, and as soon as next Friday. This is the latest effort by the White House to deport him, which already tried to send him to 3 other African countries. A federal judge in Maryland has also barred his removal while his case plays out. Abrego Garcia right now is suing the Trump administration, accusing it of illegally using the deportation process. Federal government finally brought the 30-year-old back to the States in June, only to face human smuggling charges in Tennessee. His defense team says those accusations are vindictive and without merit. The district is offering a $2,500 hiring bonus for what? That's to beef up their 911 emergency call center. In all, they're looking to hire 28 more people. Applicants have until November the 9th to apply. The 911 center was recently renovated, and what the city hopes will modernize workflow and incorporate more dispatchers after long-standing concerns at the dispatch center. Looking ahead, on the cusp of one of the largest marathons in the entire country, it's happening tomorrow here at home. Tens of thousands of people are going to hit the pavement for the Marine Corps Marathon. The race has some famous finishers, including Supreme Court justices, first ladies, and Oprah. DC News Now's Liberty Simmons has more on what to expect.
Well, the excitement and anticipation are building for the big race on Sunday. You can see the setup here behind me. Now, this weekend marks the 50th anniversary, and with it comes a lot of changes.
I've battled through a lot of injuries to get here.
Iraq and Afghanistan Marine veteran Clinton Firstbrook is running for the Semper Fi Fund in honor of his Marines who didn't make it back home.
It really gives me a sense of purpose. Unfortunately, a lot of service members aren't as so well off as I am. The problems I have are nowhere as difficult as what they're going through, whether they've lost limbs, lost family members.
For the first time in race history, the start and finish areas will be closed off to spectators. Organizers say it is to enhance security and logistics for the anniversary.
I think it'll probably be beneficial for the runners' experience to not feel that congestion around the start and finish line areas.
It's a race many worried wouldn't happen because of the government shutdown.
Yeah, so a lot of people, especially me, we wanted to see some of those museums that are currently closed because of the shutdown. But I think having the marathon will definitely liven up the city for sure.
The metro will be open at 5 a.m. on race day. Organizers are urging spectators to take it to key locations like the National Mall, the Lincoln Memorial, and Crystal City, where you can still cheer the runners on. Organizers say spectators can meet runners at the Family Reunion Zone near Roslyn Metro Station. For now in Arlington, Liberty Simmons, DC News Now.
Have fun and stay safe, everybody. Here is a look at the 26.2-mile course. This is stretching through Arlington and in D.C. There will be plenty of road closures starting tomorrow morning at 3 and last until 6 p.m. almost all day. For the full list of streets to avoid and parking restrictions, go to our website, dcnewsnow.com, and search road closures. Howard University says that they are increasing their police presence for homecoming this weekend. We told you at the top of this newscast about that shooting from last night, hurting 5 people. Activities continue with networking reunion breakfast. Alumni will get the chance to connect and reconnect with fellow alums, colleagues, faculty, and staff. Tickets are still available for the celebration. Coming up on DC News Now, helping college students and their parents stretch their dollar. What to know about the federal student aid application this year. Time 9:12, a live look at Reagan National. Welcome to town, folks, on that flight. Ready to hit the runway. We'll be right back. Plenty of local news and weather ahead.